Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 will begin shortly. Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 starts right now.
Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Owen Kingsley here with CBS 13, and this is Weekend Headlines. Happy Saturday. Hope all of you are enjoying the fresh snow that we have. We'll get more on that in just a few minutes, because we had a few more storms coming up in this forecast. But thanks for tuning in here. We are obviously busy here working on the weekend, so we'll give you a little taste of what we're working on coming up tonight. Just a reminder, we do have our 6 o'clock news coming up in about 52 minutes over on CBS, and we are on tonight at 10 and 11 on Fox and CBS, respectively. All right, well, let's get into a little bit of what we're working on today. So first off, one of our major stories of the day today, police in Waterville say they've spotted a kidnapped woman waving for help from inside a car last night. Waterville police say they tried to pull over Brian Charrette's car after spotting a woman frantically waving her hands towards the officer. Charrette then sped off in a police pursuit, led them into the town of Oakland. The Oakland Police Department got involved using spike bats to stop Charrette, but Charrette kept driving. He then fled from police on foot and was finally caught by a police canine. Charrette now charged with kidnapping, eluding officers, and reckless conduct. Police say he was already on bail conditions for domestic violence assault, among some other charges. And folks who are, enjoying recreational activities this winter probably would notice that it's stayed very warm so far this winter, and that's been a real problem for many, including ice fishermen. Smelt fish especially getting a break this winter, as these warm temps are preventing ice fishermen from setting up shop. Fishermen in Bodenham are waiting for the Cadence River to ice over. Jim McPherson, one person we spoke with today, itching to set up shop in one of the smelt camps where he's been fishing for almost his whole life on the river. This year, he says he hasn't gone out once.
Conditions are about as bad as it gets. There's no ice at all in the river. They're claiming the month of February could be really cold, and I'm hoping they're right.
To be able to set up camp on these rivers, he says that smelt fishermen need at least 6 inches of ice. Our Asia Reed has that full story coming up for you tonight at 6. And as previously mentioned, we are just getting over a major snowstorm from yesterday. Fresh coating over a lot of parts of the state. Good news and bad news for many different people. We're going to bring in our newest meteorologist, Ryan Munn. Ryan, thanks for joining us. Well, so far, tell us what we can know for at least for the rest of tonight. And I know there's another snowstorm coming later this weekend.
Yeah, so tonight you're fine. If you have any plans, if you're heading out, you are looking good tonight. No issues. We are going to see a cold night ahead, though. If you have any plans to head outside, temperatures tonight will drop back to the teens. So just prepare for that. Maybe grab the extra coat or the hat, maybe even the gloves. But this is the story. The story is tomorrow night. Now, we're fine tomorrow during the day. If you have plans during the day, the morning, the afternoon, you're fine. It's later in the evening and at night. So this is Sunday morning. We have a storm system down to our south. You can see it's raining over Atlanta areas, much of the southeastern part of the United States. And then that storm system is eventually going to track up to our north. Now, as you can see, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. This is Sunday night into the day Monday. We're already looking at a mixture of rain and snow down towards the shoreline and up towards much of inland Maine. We have snow. Now, this snow is going to be the heaviest and steadiest, I think, about 15, 20 miles inland. If you're over towards areas like Augusta, Bangor, you are going to see a little bit of snow. And actually, I really shouldn't say a little. You are going to see a good amount of snow. And then this continues to track 2 hours south. And then eventually, we are going to see a flip back to snow on the backside of this system, even down towards the coastline. So I do think everybody will see at least a little bit of accumulation, even down towards the coastline as we head into later on Monday. If you don't see any accumulation early in the storm, you may see a little bit on the backside of the storm. That moves on out of here, but I want to take a little bit closer look to home. Let's get a look. This is Saturday night, so this is tonight into tomorrow. You can see we are going to see these increase in clouds by the time we get to later on tomorrow. And then by the time the evening hours come, that is when we are going to start to see some precip moving in. So this is around 8:30 in the evening. Notice 34 degrees Portland, 38 degrees Portsmouth, and generally green, meaning rain, of course, down towards the coastline. A little bit of mix just inland, but over towards Augusta, Bangor, over towards Lewiston, you are looking at snow. This continues throughout the morning on Monday, so you could be looking at some slippery commutes for much of the state, with maybe the exception of the immediate shoreline for Monday morning. And then notice a flip to snow likely for the day Monday, even down towards Portland, much of York, Cumberland counties. Then that moves on out here as we head into later on in the evening hours, and then eventually moves out completely by the time we get to the evening. So around 1 to 3, we are going to see 2 to 5 inches just to the north of Portland, and then I think over towards I-95, Lewiston, up towards Augusta. That's where we could see 4 to 8 inches, and then over towards the Bangor area. That is where some of the heaviest snowfall accumulations are likely, but I think the general theme is right down towards the shoreline. You will see lower amounts. There is going to be the threat, though, for some coastal flooding, strong wind gusts as well, and I'll, of course, get into more details on that in the 6 o'clock newscast.
Fantastic. Well, Ryan also, I know you may have seen him a little bit during this week. Anybody who's tuning in, Ryan is our newest weekend meteorologist joining us from a station down in Connecticut. So, Ryan, thank you very much coming to join us on our first weekend newscast here at WGME. So, Ryan, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming to CBS.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, we're excited. You can check all that out. And as I understand, there's more snow coming up this weekend. So we'll get all those details coming up to 6. Ryan, thanks for joining.
Absolutely.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us Digital Desk here on Weekend Headlines. That is all we got for now. So again, tune in about 45 minutes. We'll have a newscast coming up on CBS 13, and we'll have all those details. If anybody out there who needs a little break from some of the football action we have going on today, awesome. Well, thank you again so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your Saturday night.
You've been watching live interactive coverage from CBS 13 and Fox 23. Make sure to stay connected with CBS 13 and Fox 23 on air, online, and through these social